Right, there we go. I've just been talking to myself for the last few minutes after I decided not to press go live. That was fun. Is that okay? Can you hear me? Anyone in the chat? As far as I'm aware, I'm streaming to one person right now, but that is surely, hopefully, going to change now that we are online. Free kick here to Leicester, as it goes, which is not too bad a result for the start of this. How many minutes gone? 20 minutes gone. I'm just going to message into the chat, can you guys hear me? Just to be sure. Yeah, you can. Brilliant. Awesome. Right, that's caught nicely by De Gea. Fair enough. Ooh, good strike too. Really good strike. Leicester on the attack. Here they come. Goes in and De Gea leaves it go. Goal kick. Not bad. Not bad at all. So yeah, as I've been saying, I think United will just about edge it. To be honest, I don't want them to. Brendan Rodgers used to be the manager of my club, so I don't really want him to get sacked, if we're being honest. Is it going to happen? Quite possibly. As far as I'm aware, before this game, they were in the relegation zone. But we will just have to wait and see how that goes. So here comes the goal kick now. Typical Manchester United time wasting as usual, because what else can we expect from them? Up it goes and into the air. Nothing really exciting so far in this game. Eriksen should have scored. He really should have scored. I thought that was going in, and I thought I was going to have to change my my score sheet to say 1-0 before the live stream had even started. So we look like Leicester are just going to play out from the back. Who's that in goal? Is that Danny Ward in goal? I'm just going to have to check the lineups for a minute. Hopefully it is Danny Ward. I haven't seen him play for a long time. Since actually, well, I can't even remember the last international game he played. Probably one of the Nations League ones. I am a few minutes behind actually. I'm on 21 minutes. So if you guys are not, and you're slightly ahead of me, which is quite possible considering I'm streaming the game, if anything exciting has happened, be sure, if you want to let me know, you can. Give me a bit of excitement for the 30 seconds leading up to it, but we will see what's going to happen. Oh, that's a lovely pass, lovely ball by Manchester United. He's rounded the keeper, and that is a phenomenal goal. Fantastic goal. Jadon Sancho in there, 1-0, and already in the first ever stream, I'm going to have to change the scoreline that is going on. So let's see how we can go ahead and do that now. But that was a stunning goal. Really good job to just go around the keeper. Caught the entire Leicester defence napping. What a stunning goal that was. That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Reminds me of what he was like back in Borussia Dortmund. When he used to team up with, Erling Haaland and score those. Now they are on rival teams. And Jadon Sancho is still doing that. No, it's not even going to be offside. I don't think so. I don't think there's any need for a flag here because, of course, the offside flag is currently live streaming rather than going up. Yeah, it is Danny Ward in goal. Ooh, bad mistake. Bad mistake by Danny. Come on, Danny, get better, bud. You've got a World Cup to go to. But that was scintillating finish by Jadon Sancho. You love to see that. Even though I don't even care about Manchester United, to see Jadon Sancho getting his form back like that is pretty good. Now let's take off the 0-0 from the screen, because that is of course over with. We will get rid of that altogether. Off it goes. Goodbye. Remove the scoreline, and we will add a new one because it's now 1-0. Hopefully there are no more goals for the next few seconds because I have no idea what I'm doing in terms of changing the scoreline. Let's go ahead and add a new one. We want to add a new scoreline. And we want to, we'll leave it at that name. And we will add it. Lovely when you're just starting with a computer that barely does anything. I'm going to leave it off for a second because Manchester United come forward again. And it is kept out this time by Leicester. Leicester do a decent job, but Manchester United are still coming forward. And it is 0-1 currently in this game. Nice job. Nice job by Manchester United. I'm sure Erik ten Hag is no longer feeling the pressure of being in this position of being battered to start off with. I believed he was a good manager all along, and I'm sure now A lot of the Manchester United fans are also feeling the very same way. Let's move that into a lovely little position there, and we will go back to the stream and make sure it's going okay. How are we going? If I full screen that, my scoreline has shown up in the wrong position, but that will do. That will do, to be honest. It should move any minute now. The 0-1 should do it. Can I stream Palace versus Newcastle? When is that on, actually? When's the game on? Because if that's on... Oh, there goes my score. I like it. It just moves along into position. When's the Palace Newcastle on? Oh, that's the 8th of November, isn't it? If it's a weekend, possibly. If it is a weekend, I'll have to check the time. If it's in the week, at that part of the year, I doubt it, to be honest with you. But I will give it a try. I'll give it a go, because that's a cup fixture. It's a good one, too. Really, really... I'm gutted, to be honest. We would have been playing you if we'd beaten Oxford, even though they scored 2 goals right at the end. And that would have been a stunning game to watch, considering what nearly happened against Southampton for us last year. Hopefully we do play a Premier League side. I know a lot of Crystal Palace fans who I would have loved to beat, but that's just the way it goes. You guys are too good for us. And I do hope you beat Newcastle, because that's just, 3rd of September. Oh, there's a game in the league as well. I thought about the cup game that you guys have got, but in the league as well. Yeah, definitely. If that's a decent time. When's the 3rd? Saturday? Date's today. The 1st. Yeah, absolutely. I'll go ahead and stream that if it's at a decent time. Ooh, Danny Ward. Decent save there against Eriksen's kick. He's on form, to be honest with you. Yeah, he missed the first one, but that was goal bound if it wasn't for Ward's save there. Really, really solid save. So let's go back to this now. Yeah, I will absolutely do the Newcastle game. No problems. Leicester really need to get forward now, and I'd say their confidence is a little bit low, considering they are not doing too well to start off this season. Absolutely crazy to think they were in the Conference League last year, and now suddenly this is happening. Although that seems to be the case for a lot of teams this season. More than normal, I'd say, across all of Europe. Liverpool doing badly compared to their normal standards, if you can call 9-0 badly. And then sides in particularly Germany with Frankfurt or Leverkusen also not doing very well. Leverkusen were even knocked out of the Pokal by a really small non-Bundesliga team, and they were pretty hammered, 4-3 if I remember the score. But let's hope that doesn't happen to Leicester in terms of what they can do here. Of course, they have lost their veteran goalkeeper, Kasper Schmeichel, being replaced by Danny Ward. I'm chuffed, because I hope Danny Ward gets loads of minutes for the World Cup. But I'm sure Leicester fans, if there's any Leicester fans in the chat, actually, let me know how you do it. They did win the FA Cup in 2021. Yeah, they did. Absolutely right. I remember that one. That was a really solid run, and it even makes it more surprising how they're doing so badly nowadays. Let's see this. Hang on. There has been a foul on the Leicester player by the looks of things. Yeah, yellow card for Dalot. That's going to put him on thin ice for the rest of the game. 60 odd minutes plus any extras that come on. He can only get one more booking, and then he's straight off the field. Off you go, man. So let's see what happens. Do you know, I'd love a red card. I'd love a red card just to see what happens. Open the game up a little bit more. Open this game right up. Leicester as well were looking for a striker to replace Jamie Vardy. They looked at Joel Perreault. I'm actually not sure since who they've gone for, because I'm certain now they're not getting their little mitts on him. He's not going anywhere at all. Would he fit into the Premier League? I hope he would, but hopefully no one gets to see about that come 11 o'clock today. And while I talk about 11 o'clock today, let's get some transfer rumours going, and hopefully some done deals, because they are way more exciting than the average things that are going on. Anything interesting? Oh, the website of Barcelona has extended its contract until 2026. That is fantastic news. Absolutely fantastic. And Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has arrived for his medical in Chelsea. If you haven't seen that, yes, he's there, which is quite exciting. Stripping Barcelona of an attacking threat. Do they really need to worry about that when they've got Lewandowski? Probably not, but yeah. Don't worry, I'm sure Vardy will get a red card. Oh, that would be so satisfying. That would just be so satisfying. Remember when he was the England striker back in like Euro 2016 and he used to score everything? I'd just be chuffed if he got a red card. Absolutely chuffed. So we have some Manchester United passing around the back. Pass, pass, and more pass. A goal kick. Fantastic. Fantastic. And headers in the middle of the field. And there's not really much to say about these. We have another pass. Okay, Manchester United opening up there on the wing. Oh, what a cross. What a cross. Go on. Can he beat him? Can he beat him? No, he can't. Another pass into the midfield. Eriksen. Joe, the centre-backs have seemingly come very high up the field now. Back down, back down. I'm actually not sure of the lineup completely for this game. I will go ahead and check that out, particularly for Manchester United. Varane Martinez, of course, the centre-back pairing. McTominay Eriksen. So Fred's presumably on the bench, right? Yes, he is. He's on the bench. Harry Maguire is not there. That's wonderful. Didn't Aubameyang get robbed recently? Yeah, he did. Actually, he did. And as far as I'm aware, he didn't play in his last game because of it. So he's probably chuffed, to be honest with you, to be out of the country, away from that. I believe he made a statement saying he doesn't feel safe in his own home. So that's a pretty wonderful time, if you ask me, to get that move, even outside of football. I'm chuffed for him because he's a really, really good player. And I do hope he does well at Chelsea, even going to pull out them from their current situation of being battered by every side in the entire league. Let's see what happens here. Leicester really haven't displayed much going forward. I mean, it's a pretty boring display from them. Manchester United, on the other hand, have been fantastic. They've torn Leicester open, which is a really weird thing to say considering they lost 4-0 at the start of the season. But here we go. Leicester sort of making their way up the wing. Then they lose the pass and they just give it away to Manchester United, who make an immediate incisive pass. Oh, what a ball. Was that Sancho that took that on there? Down it goes. Back it goes to Varane, to Martinez. Back out onto the wing with Dalot. And another long ball up and over. And they are going to force... Nah, Danny Ward's going to get there. It's not going to be forced as a corner just yet. Not quite yet. So let's see what happens. They just pass around with Ward being the instigator for all of this. Not really much going on. Leicester are being pressed high here by the looks of things. Leicester back for Ward again. He's got to get it clear at some stage. Surely he needs to get this clear. Down the field. And Man United rob it. And they end up giving away a free kick by the looks of things. Really, really, really close stuff there. United should have been away. I think it will be their free kick as well. Personally, I think the ref should have played advantage because they were away. I don't see why he had to pull that back so quickly. They certainly had the ball, and I think they should have been allowed to go on there. But anyway, surging forward from the defence come United, but then they give it away, and Leicester have space in the midfield here. And, that was a close ball for Vardy. So close. They could have been straight through the middle there. Really, really could have been. That's a big disappointment for them. That could have been 1-1 if he'd gotten through there. It's now Manchester United passing it around between their defensive line. Centre-backs, Dalot, De Gea, the whole lot. And that's really all they're going to have to do. What are we, 10 or so minutes to half-time? And I'm sure Manchester United will take that right now, and quite possibly Leicester as well. Leicester as well, because they haven't done well in this half. They need to get in for half-time, get their pep talk by Brendan Rodgers, and see what they can do from there. Personally, I'm hoping for a draw. I do not want Leicester to have such a season with Brendan Rodgers that the goodwill of the manager beforehand carries him through to the point where he gets sacked but Leicester don't have enough points to stay up, if you know what I mean. And if it goes on that long, and Leicester do end up going down, that was a good pass. If Leicester do end up going down, they will destroy the Championship next year and take away a potential promotion spot. So that is not something I'm going to be too happy about. United, though, come forward here. Ooh. Almost. He didn't need to be too much further forward, and they would have been on that ball. Here we go. Passing it around Ericsson. Sancho with a shot there by the looks of things. Ball crossed in. Unmarked winger for Manchester United. Could have headed that in, but it's a really good defensive tackle there by Leicester. Good move. My prediction for relegation is Liverpool, Manchester United and Leicester. Well, didn't I make a video at the start of the season saying Manchester United really could have gone down? That's not going to happen anymore. Do I agree with Leicester? Quite possibly. To be honest with you, I do actually agree with Leicester. Between Leicester or West Ham, my hot take for the season is now that one of them will go down. I'm not sure which, but there is merit, I would say, and I do make out their predictions, of course, but there is merit in saying that Leicester could quite possibly disappear back down into the Championship. And we all know they have a horrible time when they're in the Championship. So I don't know if they'd even get back up so fast. To be honest with you, if I'm going to be predicting relegation right now, I would have said Southampton before, what was it, Tuesday? Or whenever. I'm losing track of the days of the week now. But I'd say Everton. Hang on, we've got a shot here. Danny Ward saves. I'd say Everton, possibly Leicester, and Bournemouth. Maybe. Not Forest. I'm still saying they can get the Conference League, and I'm going to stand by that until it's mathematically impossible. What about Wolves? That's an interesting decision. I'd say at the start of the season, a lot of people were saying they would go down. Personally, I never saw any merit. Oh, what a shot by Leicester, it's almost in. As I said, personally, I never saw any merit in saying that Wolves would go down. Yes, they've been a Championship side before, but I think they're too compact to really concede that many goals. So I think they'll stay up. They won't be pushing for Europe or anything, or maybe they'll be in a slight race for Europe, but they won't be up there. They'll be a lower end of mid-table. Leeds are an interesting side. To be honest with you, I think Leeds could do particularly well compared to what they did last year, surviving relegation on the last day. I'm glad they did compared to Burnley, because they did invest an awful lot and have made themselves a very exciting side now. If you're going to be going by the metric, of course, of beating Chelsea, then everyone else is going to be staying up and they're going down by the looks of things. But they did really well. 3-0 against Chelsea. That's a really good result, no matter the form that the opposition side are in. What have we got here? Substitutions coming on, or warming up anyway. What's that? Casemiro and Ronaldo? What a set of substitutions. Did you ever think, did anyone in this chat ever think that you would see Casemiro and Ronaldo warming up on the sidelines against Leicester? Come on. That's ridiculous. To me, that's absolutely ridiculous. Casemiro, even if he's not fully fit, should be playing instead of McTominay. I know you've made a vid, but who do you think will win the league? I said today that it would be Arsenal or Manchester City. And I watch a lot of Bundesliga, so I do know what Haaland's capable of. And to be honest with you, I'd say it's more than what he's putting out right now. And I know that sounds really, really scary for anyone who has not played him yet. The Champions League is easier to predict, is all I'm going to say, as I see an ad come up there for it. I'll give you that in a minute, but to be honest with you, I'd say it's between Arsenal and Manchester City. Maybe Liverpool, if they can pull off some more wins against City, against Arsenal. Do you know, I'd give the edge to Arsenal. Why not? I think they can do it. Their fixtures, the next fixture actually, Manchester United. If they can win that, they've suddenly shown that, yeah, none of that was a fluke. None of it was because they had semi-easy fixtures, and they could really do well. I genuinely think so. Could have happened in the 16-17 season. Yeah, Exactly. Anything can happen. Absolutely anything can happen. Like these guys, Leicester can win the Premier League. What was it the year before? So anyone could do it. I could even say that, I don't know, West Ham are going to come and win the league. Yeah, they're not. But I would give the edge to Arsenal or even Man City, depending on how Haaland performs. Haaland's going to have to do a lot of carrying the City side this year. And I know that sounds strange considering the amount of talent in Manchester City, but there lies the doubt in what City can do. I think they are going to become a much more one-man orientated side compared to what they used to be, and that may well be their downfall. I would love to see someone like Arsenal win it to take it off of City, and we end up with an actually exciting end to the season. If the metric is beating Aston Villa, of course, for champions, coming back against them shows that Arsenal are exactly the same level as Manchester City at the end of last season anyway, and they won the league, so why not? As I said though, the Champions League. Oh, hang on, we have a comment. I went to the Etihad on Saturday, and on Saturday, and Haaland in the second half. Oh yeah, Saturday's game. That was the one where he scored against Palace, wasn't it? Hang on, that game was against Palace. Oh no, that is soul destroying. You guys were 2-0 up. Oh, Haaland's just so powerful. The good news is, as I just said, you've played him now. That's the end of you having to play Haaland for about half a season, which is good news. Because I do think he's going to get better. Does it make it any easier, the fact that he scored 3 against Nottingham Forest then as well? Yeah, I would have said so. I would have said so because, yeah, he's getting much better. And the more he blends into the system, I know a lot of players will take time to gel with their new team, but I don't know. I really don't know. That was scary good. And if he does get better, it's going to be pain for the rest of the Premier League. If this is his maximum, I think Arsenal will win it. That's how far it goes. I'm now talking about Arsenal and Man City in a Leicester-Man United game, just showing how painful this is to watch, really. Leicester just are not committing enough numbers forward. They really aren't. Half-time is coming, though, so I suppose they're playing for half-time. The ref was blind not to see Haaland stamp on Anderson's head. Yes, absolutely right. I didn't see the game, but I saw the highlights, and they even showed that, and it was quite clearly a foul that should have been given away. I don't know what happened there. Haaland's getting lucky, in fairness, with a lot of these fouls that are going his way. If you saw the game against Barcelona, that charity match, clear dive, but yeah, R.I.P. Anderson's head. Fair enough. Fair enough. What's this? A yellow card coming out? For who? I didn't see that. I was looking at the chat. Okay. Who's that? Malacia. Fair enough. Yeah, that's a clear foul. You're not really going to be going anywhere with that. And into the book he goes. Tyrell Malacia. That's got to be one of his first games ever. And it's a free kick for Leicester. Surely this is one of his first seasons. I've never heard the name before, weirdly enough. Yeah. Yeah, sure. See you in a moment. We've got a Leicester free kick. And it's going to be Madison to swing this in. Let's see what happens here. And it goes. Oof. Good clearance. Really good clearance. And United can just hack this away as fast as they possibly can. Off it goes. Ooh, Man United coming in there. Leicester get it back to the goalie, and it's going to be another pass back out for them. Not a bad start for them. They're only 1-0 down. They haven't played well, so really they can't complain about this. Madison's shot a little while ago was really close to hitting the target and going in because he'd beaten the keeper. In fairness, ooh, that was a bad touch by Jadon Sancho. Really bad touch. Nice work there by Leicester. Decent bit of skill to shove United off of the ball, which is a good move by them. And now it's back to the same old passing around the field. Just what we want to see. Just what we want to see. Leicester, though, break forward. They've got space on the wing. Here they come. They need to pass in here at some point. Oh no, go alone. And they've overhit the cross. That was a decent attack. Harvey Barnes again. This guy is a live wire. In fact, was it him that took the shot earlier? After I said it was Maddison. No, it was Harvey Barnes. Him and Maddison, though, have been an absolute live wires throughout this game. And, there's the goal again from Jadon Sancho to round Danny Ward and slot it into the net. Nice move there. Really nice move. Brendan Rodgers does not look happy. We're into the last minute of the half. It is the extra time minute. Here we go. So let's see what's currently going on here. Can Leicester get back into it before half time? Personally, I doubt it, but anything is possible. Here we go, Leicester attacking though. I'd like to see a Leicester goal before half time. I would like to see a Leicester goal before half time indeed. One of the viewers' predictions having been 1-1, mine 2-1 to Manchester United, which would be a stunning win for them if it did come true, considering it is away at a side that are supposedly very difficult. And when you are in the Premier League at that level, even the form book can be written off in any game because any side is capable of beating any side. Maybe just not Manchester City, though, by the looks of things. Anyway, that is the end of the first half. Decent first half. Really decent first half for Manchester United. They showed wonderful attacking talent there, but Leicester have been lacking. What do you guys think? Can Leicester get back into this, or are they going to be going down? Not in terms of relegation, well, maybe at the end of the season, but will they be going down to defeat here against Manchester United? I think personally that they will. I really do. We have the best part of every football game, though, the ads. Love the ads. They are wonderful stuff. Absolutely wonderful, because it just means it builds the lovely bit of excitement towards the second half. Yeah, I'm completely joking, by the way. Half-time should be shortened, because why not? These guys are professional athletes. I don't see why half-time should not be entirely shortened. What do you think is going to happen in the Premier League altogether? I want to get some of you guys' predictions rolling in terms of who you guys think is going to win this thing. First of all, I have first half written on my display, so that's going to have to change, isn't it? To display second half of this lovely game. Yeah, there we go. Take that off for the time being, and we will put on second half right as it does begin in a few moments' time. I'm going to be taking a look now at some of the transfer rumours that have come in recently since this game has been going on, and we will get through some of those. So let me go ahead and have a quick look at that, and I will be back to you guys in just a moment. Is this true? I'm seeing here that there's been someone saying that Nottingham Forest have signed 20 players in this transfer window. This is not verified information by me. This is Twitter. So whether or not that's true, apparently my subscribers have not had any notifications. Can anyone there confirm this? According to one of my subscribers, they have not had a notification. I better contact them immediately. That's job done. That is absolutely job done. Now, transfer rumours, the best part of today. What is going on in the world? So the most recent one. What's this? Burnley official. Burnley have signed Jordan Bayer on a season-long loan deal from Borussia Mönchengladbach. And that, for me personally, is phenomenal. It means Swansea City's Michael Obafemi may not be signed by Burnley. I'm absolutely chuffed. Yes, we get to keep him for another season. I hope I'm not speaking too soon, but with a bit of luck, that is absolutely the case. So, let me go ahead, before this second half does go ahead and begin, and let the world of Twitter know that I am currently live. I believe I have currently got a grand one viewer. So thank you very much to my one viewer. I believe I had two earlier on today. So if anyone who has watched this video is there, awesome job. Thank you very much for tuning in to the first live stream. If you are not subscribed, please go ahead and press that button and make a nice little announcement pop up on screen. If you are subscribed though, thank you very much. Let me see. Anyone there who is currently watching the game, if you guys want to let me know what you think is going to happen in the second half, then please go ahead and do so. Because this is an interesting game. Pretty one-sided so far, but Leicester could still get back into it. They're only one down, and the second half is currently on its way right now. It is on its way up. We've got commentary going on currently, which unfortunately for you guys I cannot show you or let you listen to, just in case of any copyright issues. Hopefully some of you guys do have the game to watch, because of course I can't show that, unfortunately. I would if I could, but I cannot. There's more highlights going on now of the Sancho goal. It was a pretty good job. As I say, completely fooled the keeper. Love it when the striker goes straight around and out they go. Out they go, round the keeper, pass into the empty net, or shoot into the empty net if that's what you want to call it. Really, that was just a quick roll along the ground, and that's a really satisfying goal for 1-0, and that's all there's been so far in this entire game. 45 minutes of play, one goal, and Leicester should be rooted to the bottom of the Premier League. I'll go ahead and check the table for any of you guys watching, but to my knowledge, they are currently last. Complete last place. Let's see. Yes, they are. They have had 1 point so far from all of their games. They are last by a decent margin, to be honest with you, by 2 points. Wolves and Villa have 3. Everton also have 3, but by virtue of goal difference, they are 17th. And then the two newly promoted sides, Notts Forest and Bournemouth, in 15th and 16th respectively. West Ham move up to 14th. Crystal Palace, one of my viewers' teams, is currently sitting in 13th place. But really, That is an exaggerated result. You guys shouldn't be as low as you are, but you've had to play Manchester City, and it just so happens that whenever someone plays Manchester City, they lose. Brighton in the top 4 is very, very interesting, and by a clear point as well. It's not even by virtue of goal difference. Brighton are currently sitting in a Champions League spot, and I'm sure if their fans had the opportunity, they would say end the season right now. Absolutely right now. As the table looks so far, it's pretty interesting, to be honest. Chelsea, only one position above Brentford, who are in 11th. Newcastle United haven't started too well, considering there were people out there tipping them to win the title this year. I know, that was a strange one. I don't see where that was coming from. I stuck it on the thumbnail, thinking, yeah, I'm going to jump on the bandwagon. And by the end of recording the video, I had changed my mind, and that was in the beginning of June. So that will tell you exactly what was going on. Any of you guys who want to stick a comment in there, what do you guys expect to happen in the World Cup? That's the competition that's coming up soon. And who do you guys think will win? Give me a biased prediction. Give me a real prediction. Anything will do. Who do you guys want to do well? And who do you think will win it? That's the most exciting part right now. Hang on, I'm getting comments coming in here. Am I still audible? Can you guys still hear me? Am I okay so far? Hopefully. Brazil. That's interesting. Brazil to win it. I do agree with you. It could happen. Personally, I've gone for Germany. I think they're going to be pretty dominant if Hansi Dieter Flick's time with Bayern Munich was anything to go by. I think they are going to pretty much steamroll a lot of teams, but Brazil would be a really interesting winner and be the first South American winner since, as far as I'm aware, 2002, which is a long, long time for a continent as football heavy as South America. Any of you guys? 100% Brazil. We have an absolute certainty that this is going to be Brazil. Also, I have just noticed I have 3 viewers, including myself, and only 2 of you have pressed the like button. Incredible. I currently have, there was an extra viewer and another person who has failed to press the like button. Please go ahead and do so if you haven't already. It is greatly appreciated. I was about to say mildly appreciated, but to be honest, it would be brilliant if you guys could go ahead and do that, because we have another half to watch of the first ever live stream that has been going on. The first ever stream on this here channel. And it's going pretty well so far for Manchester United. Not really much to say at halftime because that's just the way it goes. But hopefully we can see Leicester get back into the game a little bit more and make this a more exciting game, considering a lot of my viewers right now are neutral. They are absolutely neutral. We have another comment. We have more comments. Okay. Most of the Brazilian team and all of the talented Brazilian players that are there. Vinicius Jr., Neymar, Marquinhos, the goalkeepers Ederson and Alisson, and Luiz. Yeah, of course, Douglas Luiz. Of course that. Yeah, it's a good side. It's a really good side. Fernandinho, possibly, if he's not retired internationally. Personally, I don't follow Brazil, but they could well be there. He could well be there, should I say. And they've got phenomenal talent. Do I think there's too much pressure on them? Yes, and that's the reason why I'm saying they won't win it. There's absolutely no pressure on Germany right now. People are saying it's the World Cup too soon for Hansi Flick. They should focus on their own home Euros. But, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Casemiro will definitely start over Fernandinho. But yeah, I think Germany will come up tops there. Is there anyone in the chat, actually, who would say England could do it? Oh, Gabriel Jesus, of course, yeah. Anyone who thinks England could do it, because I reckon they're going to be topped in the group, to be honest with you. I think Wales and the USA, and maybe even Iran, could get higher than England, going off of their form in the Nations League. And I know the Nations League, as Kevin De Bruyne likes to say, is glorified friendlies. But when you win, you still win. Like it's exciting to see you win, regardless of who you're playing. If you were to give me a friendly right now with my side up against Manchester City and we won, and it meant absolutely nothing, I would still be over the moon. So I don't see a point in saying friendlies are worthless because they just aren't. There's an ad on here displaying the fact that European football is back next week, and I am looking forward to that one. Any games in particular that you guys are looking forward to in terms of European football next week? Can be either Champions League or what? Not England, never England. I like it. That is exactly what we like to hear. How do you think that group's going to go, actually? With England, Wales, the USA, and Iran. Who's getting out of that group? I'll give you mine after I get a prediction in. Maybe 3 predictions in. I've got 3 viewers right now. Thank you very much. And there is the 3rd like. Go on. Yes, guys. Thank you very much. If any of you guys aren't subscribed, I know 2 of you are because I know 2 of you watching this. But if you're not subscribed, please do press the button and let the little floating thing come onto the screen and shout your name out if you do want that to happen. But anyway, we are looking like the King Power Stadium is getting its players back. So let's go onto the stream and denote the fact that this is the second half. We will add a little bit of text to this stream. If I can figure out how to do it faster, I absolutely will. But for the time being, this is the first time, and it will not be the last, but it will be the slowest of the lot in terms of what this thing can do. Yes. Also, hopefully, I will be able to get a new microphone for this setup and have this a little bit better organised and hopefully not get sabotaged by my own PC next time. That would be nice if it didn't need an update at random. So let's put in. This is the second half of the game. I hope you guys don't mind that it's this time not going to be coloured in red, because unfortunately that's not going to be happening this time. We have a nice little bog standard white writing of all things. Make it clearer, pop it on, and boom. Oh yeah, it doesn't actually stand out as well. Really doesn't stand out as well. That's disappointing. I was expecting it to. We'll move that in. You can still just about see it. Let me know when that comes on. Can you see it, or will I turn it a different colour? Hopefully it's legible. It'll be up in the top left-hand corner, and then down it moves. Nice. Nice one. Seems like I can do that first, and then it does it itself. Oh. Make it smaller. Move it into the middle. Job done. Nice one. Nice one indeed. So we have Manchester United on the attack already in this half. Bounces off the back of a Leicester player's foot, and we are definitely back underway in this here game. Coming down the wing for United, Leicester strip it off them, and up the field it goes. Well, only as far as Jadon Sancho, who could have been in there with a little bit more of a force on that ball. It was very, very close. Here we go. Looks like Harvey Barnes, and it's not going to reach. Dewsbury Hall. That was close. It was Harvey Barnes. My eyesight is getting better throughout this game. That's a good thing to see. Really nice. Yeah, that looks like Varane passes it back to De Gea, kicks it down the field onto the head of a Leicester player, and we just have a little bit more kick tennis. Just a bit more. Pass, pass, another pass, and decent long ball for United to. Oh, that was almost extremely skillful, but it just goes wrong for them. Just about goes wrong for them. So close. We got pass. Here come Leicester. They've got to go for it now. They've only got a half left, but as we are beginning to see now throughout this season, last-minute goals are becoming a real thing. Or am I just watching too many of Swansea's games where we are conceding last-minute goals in every match we've played, pretty much? I think we've had 8 games. 3 of them we've scored We've conceded even at least 1 goal after 90 minutes in one game. 2 goals after 90 minutes were conceded. They were both own goals. So if your side is ever doing badly, just think of the team who scored 2 own goals in injury time to concede the draw. They were winning up to that point. But that could happen here today. Manchester United could bring on Harry Maguire, who scores an own goal, and then another one again, to give Leicester the win. But unfortunately for them, it doesn't look like that's going to happen, particularly when United are just playing better. Leicester don't seem to have their mojo at all this season. And now United can run down that wing. Here they come. Number 10 in there. Again for Eriksen, out onto the wing. They seem to be going for that kind of left-hand side, or the furthest away side from the camera. Depending on where you are sitting in the stadium, I suppose. Or which side your broadcaster has chosen for the camera. Harvey Barnes running through. He's been knocked over. Is it deemed a foul? Yes, it is. And it's going to be a yellow card for whichever one of the centre-backs or whatever for Manchester United. And it looks like it's going to be Martinez who's going to get that red card? No, not quite yet. That yellow card into the book. Let's have a look at the chat for a minute and see what's going on. Nothing there. That's absolutely fine by me. So we have a yellow card again for Manchester United. First booking of the season for Lisandro Martinez. What's that coming through? Have we any more transfer news? Unfortunately, we do not. Unfortunately not. I will give it another check just to see what's kind of going on in the world of these transfers. And we'll see what's happening from there. Okay, with about 2 hours left on the transfer window, of course, it ends at around 11 o'clock tonight. As far as I'm aware, it can continue to go through with transfers as long as the required paperwork has been given in. But Memphis Depay to Chelsea looks to have risen to the forefront again and then fallen through completely within a few minutes of each other. Wolves for Boubacar Traore looks to be happening, considering a fee has been agreed with Metz for the player. That's interesting. 9.5 million, and that's in pounds rather than euros. That's quite interesting. Hang on, we have transfer alert. Messi has gone to Barca. That can't be real. It actually can't be real. Messi's just found his form with Paris Saint-Germain. Maybe back in January, if you told me that, I would have believed it. But I'm going to look like some doofus now if this is actually real. I'm going to check it. Barcelona's transfer news. Serginho Dest loaned to AC Milan. That's a good transfer for him. That's a really good transfer. Martin Brathwaite is gone. His contract has been terminated. Let's double check I'm not missing a goal. No, I'm just missing a Leicester pover and rolling on the floor. That is interesting again. I can't find anything on Messi to Barcelona. Although it is what Barcelona want, according to these articles. I can't believe I'm actually looking into this, because I'm 99% sure I would have heard about this with massive flashing lights outside my window if that had happened. There is a lot of Barcelona news right now, though. Abdi Ezzelzouli, has extended his contract until 2026 and joined Osasuna on a season-long loan. That is interesting for him. Of course, a young player. Presume anyway. I'm actually not sure. Not sure about him, to be honest, but I'm going to presume, considering he's on loan, a young player who has just gone out there. That's a decent loan move to another Spanish side. Hopefully he does well for himself. we have, I don't know if I already said this, but Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is actually now in his medical with Chelsea. So it looks like that's going to happen. Of course, he will have known Thomas Tuchel from his time in Borussia Dortmund with him as the manager. And he did finish, as a little fact for you guys, ahead of Robert Lewandowski in terms of being the overall top scorer for the club. And that is a really, really massive achievement nowadays. That's a really, really good achievement, considering how good he was and how good Lewandowski now is. So, again, nothing really happening, although we do get a shot of Ronaldo warming up on the sidelines. It's still mildly amusing to me every time I see Ronaldo warming up as a substitute. It must be eating him, to be honest with you, inside to realise that that was a foul. Yeah, the ref spotted it, fair enough. It was exaggerated once he'd gone down, but to be honest with you, I think he needed to display to the referee that he had been fouled. Because quite clearly, that was the case. Another free kick for Leicester. I don't remember a single Manchester United free kick. But, wow, possession in the last 5 minutes, I suppose. 81% to 19% in the favour of Leicester. And that is something I've never seen in a game of football. Of course, I know it happens. I've never seen a referee use chalk on the ground. And that's weird, like. The dust never comes off the chalk. That's something so strange to me. A two-man wall as well on said chalk line. Have any of you guys ever seen the chalk rise off the ground? I never thought about it, to be honest with you, as to what it was. Maybe it was permanent marker or whatever. But chalk on grass seems so weird. So weird. Even weirder than the fact that Leicester might still get back into this game with this corner. But that is the way it goes. That's the way it goes with football. You can have a bad day and then score right at the end. And what a hammer blow that would be right now for Manchester United. Although it's nowhere near the end. Even if Leicester were to score, which they could do here, but a wonderful block from Varane gets in there and saves a goal-bound shot. Leicester up the wing. Leicester probably trying to draw a foul there. But they end up giving the ball away. Marcus Rashford goes in there to take a throw-in. Is that going to be given as a foul? Because that was a... Oh, yeah, he missed the ball altogether. On the replay, he missed the ball entirely. And it's another free kick for Leicester. Have we got another chalk line? Are we going 2 in a row? No, we're not. No, we are not. There's no wall put up this time. This one's just into the box. Interesting there, an Irish flag. Are there any Irish players on the Leicester or Manchester United teams, let alone the starting 11? I don't know. Really not sure. I will look that up though. That's actually the first flag I've seen in this game. I always wonder why it's there. Is it the fans or is it the players they're representing? Leicester. Amazing when you have to think about it. You cannot remember what it is. England. Also England. No, not on the Leicester side anyway. And not on Manchester United's team either. As it is right now, Diogo Dalot has a throw-in an attacking position. Couple of passes. Ooh, nifty bit of work there by Manchester United to just let that ball roll straight through his legs. And out it goes for their own throw-in. The goat to the red and blue dot side. Yeah, I can't find anything on it. If you have a link to it, then please do post that into the chat. Unless it's a Rickroll, because I know that will happen. But that myself. As far as I'm aware, there is one game left in the qualifiers now for the Women's World Cup, following on from today's fixture. So let's see what's going on there. There's two fixtures left for some side And Finland have just been knocked out of the World Cup qualifiers. Sweden and Ireland will progress from Group A, which is a really interesting outcome there after Ireland beat Finland today to guarantee themselves a spot in the World Cup. Also, by the looks of things, we look at this result. Scotland have guaranteed their position in the World Cup. Well, let me just double check. Hungary don't have an extra fixture. They do not. So Spain and Scotland will be qualifying from Group B. From Group C, have we had the last fixture yet? No, we have not. So we can't say anything. Oh, we can. We can actually say something from this group because the points difference is too large. The Netherlands and Iceland from Group C and Group D, it's looking like it will be England and Austria, as Northern Ireland would have to win both of their games, have Austria lose both of their games, and have an incredible goal difference overhaul of 18 goals. Can we just point out that the England women's side have scored 68 goals in World Cup qualifying and conceded none. Absolutely none. Like, I don't want England to win anything, but that's impressive. That's really impressive, in fairness. They were deserved winners of the Euros, but no, you were joking. Yeah, I'm not entirely surprised there. Wait, a team in Liechtenstein and Kosovo are in a European tournament. I do know about the team in Kosovo, but I wasn't too sure about Liechtenstein. Who are they, actually? Presuming it's the Conference League. I'm going to go and have a look. We'll find out what's going on there. Also, before I find that out, what games are on tomorrow? Yeah, do you know what? I will also be doing a live stream tomorrow, quite possibly, for West Bromwich Albion against Burnley, and hoping that West Brom can win, I suppose, because I don't want the playoff places for us getting too far away at this early stage of the season after we've decided to do extremely badly. Hold up, yeah. Vaduz. Interesting side to get in there. Yeah, it is the Conference League. Okay, that's not too bad. Not too bad of a punt there by me to say that. But yeah, that's okay. They're really impressive job, particularly from Liechtenstein. I did think for a few minutes that the side from San Marino would make it, but then they didn't. That would be seriously impressive. But Liechtenstein, not too far off on the scale of being massively impressive. Really good job by them. What have we got going on here? Leicester now, suddenly on the attack. James Maddison, in fairness, looks to be the only real Leicester player. Maybe, yeah, go on. Maybe there's been a few more. Just a few. Harvey Barnes, to name one. But they've been brilliant. Manchester United, though, can counter-attack. That is a stunning ball for Manchester United. Cross into the middle, but they overcook the cross. It does land for Eriksen, though. Back out it goes to Bruno Fernandes. What a counter-attack that was. If this ends up with nothing, they have been hard changed. But it's going to have to go backwards. That was close. Sancho should have crossed that in better, but I suppose with that amount of pressure on him, you can't really blame him. But the first pass was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Dalot, it looks like, wanted the ball, but instead of crossing over, they do go back to the goalkeeper. Also, guys, if any of you have not left a like on the video so far, then please go ahead and do so. I'm getting an OMG in the chat. I feel like you might be ahead of me. Yeah, in time-wise. Gonna have to keep an eye on this now because Leicester are attacking. I don't know what's going on. You might be ahead of me time-wise. Even a few of you guys might be ahead of me. I am, of course, streaming this rather than watching, and I'm streaming through Sky Sports or BT Sport. I think this one's on. But See what happens here. I'm about a minute or so behind, so anything could happen up to this minute. Leicester in position. Is that a penalty, Leicester, or what? What's going on? No, you're not ahead of me. Okay, that's good news. That is good news. I presume that then was for the counter-attack that went on earlier and should have ended in a Manchester United goal. I wonder how many of the 12 views I've had so far have come from people who would have otherwise been watching a stream like Mark Goldbridge's for United. That's a fun statistic to find out. Although I probably won't, but that would be really interesting, to be honest with you. That would be good. So, United again swallow up that Leicester attack, although they are coming forward now, slowly but surely. Don't know, I'm not really sold on Leicester's level of skill. They're trying all these different fancy moves, but the fancy moves aren't coming off. I don't know. I don't know about this. Brendan Rodgers has never been known for having a team be extremely skillful. Just be able to grind out results. And if they can get a draw out of this game, I think they should feel really, really good. It's just a small matter of scoring before the end of the game. That's a decent call there, if they can do that. If they can do that. Also, to any of you guys watching, I know I said earlier I'd be live streaming a game tomorrow. Would you guys prefer a championship live stream between West Brom and Burnley, or Borussia Dortmund and Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga? Of course, Saturday will be the last live stream of this week before I go back to it next weekend. And Saturday we have some Premier League games, of course. Some decent Premier League games. Everton-Liverpool is a possibility. Or Villa City, yeah. Why not? Why not for that one? Quite possibly. What's Madison saying here to the referee? What's going on? I look down for 1 minute, and then I see exciting things happening. What's that, a penalty or whatever for them? Was he in the box? Was he in the box? Nah, he was nowhere near the box. What is he calling for? A free kick? Would be a decently positioned free kick were he to get that for his team. Looks like they will. You will get this free kick. Be interesting now to see them go in. You actually say Hoffenheim versus Borussia Dortmund. Sure, that is absolutely fine. Personally, I prefer to do that one as well. I don't really love the idea of watching other championship sides win and get more points and go further and further away into the distance. So yeah, I will do that. Absolutely. Hopefully, Hoffenheim can do Bayern Munich a favour, my European team, and take Borussia Dortmund almost entirely out of the title race, which would be lovely stuff. What's this? Sancho just lying on the floor. Imagine being the guy lying on the floor. I'm sure that was a tactic invented when Ronaldinho pushed the ball under the wall and got a goal out of it. I'm not sure about it, but, as sure as I'm going to be on a random piece of football history like that. This ref is coming back with his chalk, so it's going to be 2 times in one game that a random piece of chalk is used, rather than whatever it is normally, because it certainly doesn't look like chalk. Maybe I'm just being stupid, but that's what it looks like. Also, I've gone up to 6 viewers at a time. That's awesome for the first stream. Thank you very much to you guys for that. And it's an easy save from a free kick that went in, went out onto the wing, and straight into David De Gea's arms. Leicester, particularly Maddison, looking a little bit frustrated with himself here as Ronaldo is preparing to come on. The training vest is off, and we've got an interesting finale to this match. We really have. And while this just sort of peters out, what is going on in the world of these transfers? Let's have a look and see, with just an hour and 35 minutes to go. That's 95 minutes is all on the clock in this transfer window. What can happen here? Let's see. Transfer news. absolutely nothing since on my transfer news feed. Jadon Sancho is coming off the field to be replaced by Cristiano Ronaldo. On he comes, and can he score a goal? Will we experience in the first ever live stream a live Sue? Quite possibly. There's a Portuguese flag. That one makes an awful lot of sense, to be honest, as to why it's there. Gonna presume the one earlier was for fans, and fair play for making that long journey. Really fair play to the fans of, I'm gonna presume, Leicester for a home game. Not even I could have been bothered to make that journey when it ended up that we had a game against Middlesbrough on the weekend. Even though I ended up with the potential to go and see that game, the trek to Middlesbrough was just too far, despite being home for the weekend. So let's see what happens here. With United stripping the ball off of Leicester, and down the field they go, although it doesn't go far enough, and down to Leicester it goes. At least this game isn't a 0-0 so far. Because the way it's going, I don't see either side getting this ball into the net. There was a prediction earlier, 1-1, I think, actually, and that seems to be the most realistic so far. Or at least the closest it's going to get. My 2-1 to come true, it would have to be pretty insane and fast-paced for the scoring in terms of that to happen at the end, if anything was to happen. What's this? Casemiro's on the field. When did that happen? I didn't see that at all. Wonder when that happened. That's a fun one. I can check when that happened. Whoa! A whole 9 minutes before Ronaldo came on, Casemiro came on, and I must have been looking down at the chat during that time. I did not see. Wait, what team do you support? Swansea City, actually. Swansea City, and in Europe, also Bayern Munich, for random reasons. I don't know why. It just ended up being that way when I first started watching Champions League a few years ago. So there you go. There you are. One of those people who are deemed as absolute villains for supporting two sides at once, despite the fact that they will almost guaranteed never play each other. Ooh, who's going to get the foul there? Ronaldo, chesty little rat. Really good move there by him. He goes in, definitely gives away the foul, but then conveniently gets kicked. If the ref had been a little further away, you never know, that might have come off. Leicester into an attacking position here. They cross in. They've probably won the corner out of that. No, they have not. Martinez gets the call, and he is pumped about that. Fair play to him. That's what United need. Last season, the criticism of their side, in fairness, that should have been a corner, I think. But the criticism of last season's Manchester United was the fact that they didn't do well as a team and they had no passion around them. That just displays exactly what the case is. They have. They certainly have, particularly with their defence, and they're keeping clean sheets like there's no tomorrow since conceding 4 goals in one game. Who else did they lose to, actually, along the time of Brentford? Was that their first game in the Premier League? No, Brighton, of course, 2-0 to Brighton. Which now doesn't seem too bad, considering Brighton are doing so well themselves. That wasn't a fluke. We have no new transfer rumours coming in. And considering there's only an hour and a half left, otherwise these teams are stuck with their squads till January. It's going to make it easier for people like me doing YouTube videos to know who's playing for who for the entirety of 6 whole months, or, well, half a year, give it to the end of January. But that's about it, really. See if anyone joined this live stream from my little tweet on Twitter, which very rarely pulls me in any views, but we'll see what happens. do you mean I can only view analytics about my own tweets? This is my own tweet. Nice one. No, it won't tell me. Fair enough. I just like my own stuff anyway. If that's the way it has to be, then that's the way it has to be. Currently doing pretty well. Four viewers, not too bad. Check out the subscriber count. As far as I'm aware, no new ones so far. 127 still. That video today did okay so far. We'll take that gladly. Check out its impressions, because supposedly the impressions on it have not done as well as they could have been doing. What's the problem there? We will have to find that out. Something's a bit amiss there. They reckon 42 impressions, which, if you're not aware of the YouTube algorithm, that's how many people have looked at your video and had the opportunity to click on it, and 2.4% have actually done so. However, I've had 9 views on the video, which is definitely not 2.4% of 42. So that's the way that goes, and apparently it's being searched as Arsenal, so there are mostly Arsenal fans watching my videos. That is interesting. That's particularly interesting. If any of you guys who are currently watching have not pressed the subscribe button yet, it's completely free to do so, and it would mean the absolute world to the channel if you were to do that. And you'd also get your name come up on screen if that is a thing you want to happen as well. And we've got 16 minutes left of this, plus any extras that come along at the same time. So let's see what happens. More random transfer rumours, but it doesn't look like between either my team or any other team in the world, considering that's my feed coming in, are not going to get anything at all. A loan out, pretty average. And that's about it. There is nothing else. This game is petering out very quickly, although I'm sure Leicester fans do not agree with that. You did indeed subscribe. Thank you very much. I'm well aware of that. That's an awesome job. Thank you very much, Leicester. Leicester's attack is still loading. That's a good one, in fairness. That's a really, really good one. I like that. I do like that indeed. And that is okay. Not too bad. We'll just have to see how this can go and go on from this point. We have the ball being kicked around the field. Manchester United move into an attacking position, but then they go backwards by a little bit again, and there's just not really much going on at the minute. No transfer rumours at all. Is this going to be... Hang on. Apparently I am getting lag to the stream, which is not a fun time. What is this supposed to say? It's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. I will try and fix that. I will try and fix that for you guys. Analytics. Show me the stream settings. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to see. Is it something to do with my overlay? It is absolutely not. It's fine. Yeah, it's gone back to that notification is gone. Ooh, just as I say that, United were a few inches away from landing a pass that would have scored them a second goal. And that is a clear foul by Dalot, and Leicester can clear yet again and get away with conceding that second one. They've still got hope, and Soumaré seems to be down on the floor. Yeah, I'm not sure either, to be honest, about why it said that with regards to the stream. Not sure at all. Didn't realise, actually, there is a button with auto start the stream, which would have been a really horrible time for me today had I done that. It would have been a really horrible time. I would not have enjoyed that whatsoever had it decided to go ahead and randomly start the stream with me not there. That would have been an experience that wasn't fun for either me or the viewers of this here channel. But right now, we have this game on it. I will say it doesn't look like I'll be able to stream any of the Champions League games. I'm just reminded of that by the little notifier that comes up on the side that United are playing Sociedad in the Europa League. But yeah, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case due to it being, of course, midweek matches. And for next week, that is not going to be a possibility for me, unfortunately. But anyway, if any of you guys have predictions for the Champions League, Fabrizio Romano waiting to say, here we go. Yeah, he is. I bet he said that so many times today. I bet he has said that. It's absolutely pouring out of his mouth today. Gonna go and actually check have they got any rumours from him directly. Give him a follow, actually. I'm not following him. Ooh, not a good idea when I want to be getting all this news in. Alone, this was 2 hours ago, mind, just over 2 hours ago, probably, considering the minutes don't show up on the Twitter feed. But 2 hours ago, Juventus have loaned out Dennis Zakaria, who they only acquired from Borussia Mönchengladbach in January. They've loaned him out to Chelsea. Hopefully he can plug up the defence a little bit more for Chelsea, particularly with that midfield. Jorginho not exactly functioning the way he should be right now. Serge Aurier has, by the looks of things, been a free agent and has now gone to Notts Forest. A wonderful signing for Nottingham Forest, who have shown they are not afraid to spend money. And that's what their boss, Steve Cooper, seems to want. He wants the backing. He's gotten the backing. And that's exactly what he deserves. He's awesome. Real Madrid has made the UCL a farmers' league. Not sure Barcelona fans would agree with that statement during the last decade, but to be honest with you, I think most of their brilliance, bar maybe the last tournament where it was all Benzema, Vinicius Jr., has come from Gareth Bale scoring wonder goals. Atletico Madrid in whatever year they won it first, was it 2016? I don't know, but then of course 2018 against Liverpool, that was his big moment. Comes on at what 1-1 or whatever, and scores 2 and destroys the career of Loris Karius. And that's the way it goes. He's gone now though, and he's way older, so they don't have a Bale per se. But can Vinicius Jr. carry it out again? I mean, they've got an easy group. It's anyone's game, this Champions League, and what a block by the Leicester City number 6. But here's a shot, and it trickles past the goal. Looks to me like the keeper, Danny Ward, was completely beaten, and that has sprung life back into this game with only 8 minutes and about 9 seconds to go in this one. If I can figure out actually for the next live stream how to get a timer on the screen, I will, because I'm well aware that's probably a little bit more frustrating for you guys to not have a timer on the screen at all times. So let's see what happens here. We have Leicester on the attack, of course. It's coming to the end of the game. They've really got nothing to lose now. -1 goal difference. Tries to poke it through. There's the block. Leicester just can't get it in. They can't get through that red wall that just defends. And now United, who've been so potent on the counter-attack, are deep inside the Leicester half here. They're just pinging the ball around. They've so much space out onto that near side. Well, I mean, depending on the camera of your broadcast, Ronaldo! Oh, ho, ho, was that Ronaldo? Of course it was. Bicycle kick, inches from going into the net. Karius hasn't actually made an appearance since that UCL final. That is true, actually, yeah. As far as I'm aware, though, according to a video I saw on YouTube a few weeks back, he is slowly working his way back into position. So, that's a thing. Also, Ronaldo is set to stay at Manchester United. He won't be moving. Which, after that performance right there, where he almost scored an incredible bicycle kick from an angle, I'm sure they're pretty chuffed. I really am. Here we go again. More space. Again on this side. Ronaldo's in. Ronaldo! Oh, ho, ho. United just can't reach it. And it's kept in by Marcus Rashford. It looks like he's going to win the throw-in. Ronaldo looks absolutely vicious. He is on form here. And someone just needed to be in the area to tap that in, and away they'd go. Leicester attack now. What does this say? Fair enough, yeah. It's slowly gone from loading to loaded, but it's not what they wanted it to turn into. Bit like this stream at the start. But unlike Leicester's attack, this stream actually got going, which is good news. Get up, Marcus, and get walking, mate. Please. We want to speed this game up. Here comes a United player, Fred, actually, of all of them, putting on his jersey, getting ready to go. Let's see what happens here, coming towards the end of this game. And the end of this first live stream as well. But we will see what happens here. If any transfers do come through before 11 tonight, which, to be honest with you, I doubt any massive ones. You never know, I might stick something really quickly on YouTube, but hopefully that doesn't happen because, to be honest with you, I don't want to make a video at 11 o'clock at night. I would prefer to be nicely tucked up going to bed. But we will see what happens here. We will see what happens. Come on, Leicester, you've got to get up the field. You haven't got a win yet. You're not going to get a win here, more than likely. But can you do it? I don't know. Can you get that goal? You're only 1-0 down. Let's see what you guys can go ahead and do. Can you pull off a little bit of a comeback of a lifetime, really? Would be pretty spectacular were they able to do that. Let's see what's going to happen. Leicester on the attack. As I say, it's loaded. But silly errors like that means they go back and they've given away a stupid free kick. And Leicester are not happy with that. Who's that? Malacia again, rolling around on the floor, saying to himself, this is my opportunity to waste as much time as I can. Do I blame him? Absolutely not. No way. Because that is precisely what any player in his position should be doing, in my mind, when it's not completely against the law of the game. Jamie Vardy, he said he'd get a red card, but it's just a yellow so far. You never know. When he gets angry, he gets very angry. He might get another one. You never know. But we will see as this game does go on. Not much left of it now. Not much left of it at all. It's 3 minutes to go, and then we will find out just how much extra time is going to be added on. Patson Daka on for Vardy, so there's going to be no red card today. Unfortunately for Jamie Vardy, as nice as it would have been to see. Patson Daka, way more pacey and better at just running at the defence entirely than Jamie Vardy. But to be honest with you, if this... No, it doesn't float over Danny Ward's head. But that's the way it goes. Down goes a Leicester player. Yeah, surely that goes back, and it does. Had to kind of watch that for a second just in case, because that looked way more interesting as the player from Manchester United ran on a little bit more. But we will have to go ahead and see what's going on here. And whether or not this can be carried out in such a fashion that Leicester can get themselves back into this game. Not long left. 2 minutes to go. Can they do it? They're coming forward. Up on this near side wing, but back into the middle. Over to the far side of the pitch. What are we saying? 3 minutes. Yep, that is spot on. Oh, I have buffering of the stream. My live stream is still up, which is good. 2 minutes to go. I missed something there because it says Maddison with the yellow card. I said, didn't I, that Leicester would be a pretty dirty team in terms of how many yellow cards they'd get. Does anyone else think that football should be more like rugby and have a player sent off the minute they get a yellow card? Because I think that would inspire, we'll say, the players to not get yellow cards throughout the game. If you do believe that should be a thing. Ooh, Leicester, almost. They are running for this ball now, which is something they weren't able to do before, but look at all that space. An easy slide there from Manchester United out onto this near wing, across in here and just hope for the best. Oh, it's an own goal, surely. Is it? No, it's not. It's gone over the top. I'm sure that net moved there. Oof. Oof. That looked like the net bulged there, but it's just over the top. Probably landed on the net. Yeah, it did. It did. I was wondering why he was high-fiving his teammates when he just scored an own goal, supposedly, but no, he didn't. Now, there was no own goal. It just really looked like it from that angle. From where I'm sitting anyway, it really looked like that was an own goal. And I do see things like that every once in a while. 4 minutes of added time. Leicester now have got to go for it. But I'm sure if you're Manchester United now, you're feeling pretty confident that this one's in the bag. Particularly with the corner coming up. Eriksen just rolls that to Fernandes. Keeps it down the field. I'm not going to say quite in the corner yet. But it's close. Close enough. Christian Eriksen, player of the match. That's fair. I mean, they could have given it to Sancho. I'd even say if Ronaldo had scored, they could have given it to him. But yeah, that's completely fair. Decent result as well for his game. Could have had a goal earlier on. Could have had another one early in the second half. He's just been good overall. And his pass to set up Jadon Sancho in that attack was just as good as everything else that's come out of his play today. So that's a very fair man of the match in my mind. Leicester now, though, come forward. Are we going to get a little bit more excitement? Daka for Barnes. And it blazes over the bar from James Maddison. Brendan Rodgers, he doesn't look happy. The P45 is coming out of the draw for him, I would think, after this game. I'm not sure, but his job is not the safest. We all know that. And it's just going to be a case of whether or not he actually keeps his job come the end of tonight, or even into tomorrow, shall we say. Goal kick for Manchester United. 2 minutes and about 8 seconds left to hang on for them. I'm sure the 8 seconds is what really worries them. Yeah, I doubt that somehow. They've been in pretty good shape. Be a decent away win regardless of the position in the table for Leicester. I'm sure they'll have a better season, or they really won't and they'll be relegated. It's either way. No C so far. Yeah. Would have been nice actually to have for the first game, but that's just the way it goes. Well, never say never, because Ronaldo's in position, and what a rubbish pass that is by Ronaldo. Just gives it away. Who's that? Ndidi? Yeah, I think so. Decent ball. Oh, what a ball. Leicester are in, and it is no composure. Absolutely none from the Leicester players, who blaze entirely over the bar. Ooh, that is a horrible kick. Chance from nothing for Leicester. Entirely down the drain. And just blazed straight over the bar. Off it goes, nowhere near the goal, and that is not what you want with less than a minute to go. Brendan Rodgers claps his hands. He knows that this is very likely to be the end of his game time with Leicester ever. Interestingly enough, we will have to see how this goes, though. Into the hands of De Gea, who just takes his time. And to kick straight up the field. United, Leicester, and 15 seconds. Leicester, one more attack, I'd say, and that will be the end. They decide to hoof it up the field. United have it back, but Leicester take it off them. It could come down to this. The ball is kicked out and the whistle is blown. What a game for a 1-0. The end of that was fantastic. Really, really good game. Really, really good game. Decent win for Eric Ten Hag. Possibly fatal loss for Brendan Rodgers in terms of whether or not he keeps his job. But that is the way it goes. And guys, thank you so much for watching today's live stream. If any of you did stick around to the end, and I know some of you did, but if Leicester sack Rodgers, Romano will be saying, here he goes. That is spot on with that analysis there. Absolutely spot on. That is exactly what is going to happen. And whether or not it does is the other question, but it really should do. Anyway, guys, thank you, as I was saying, for watching today's video. If before you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. I know there are a fair few of you watching today's live stream. But with that being said, thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow with hopefully a video, if I have a chance for that, but definitely at 8 o'clock PM GMT, or whatever the time is now on this side of the world. But for Borussia Dortmund versus Hoffenheim as a live stream. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. See you guys.